to Historic Tahlequah. And Ralph, I want us to talk about Northeastern. And I want to lay a little groundwork, and then I'm real anxious to hear you. You know, Northeastern became a state school on November 16th, 1909, because it had been the female seminary. And then it was a normal school, and then a state teachers college, and then a state college, and then a university. And in 1920, they added the pre-med courses, which is a real first. And of course, we have the optometry school now, the only one in Oklahoma. And my dad, you can look at my face and tell, my dad was on the faculty and taught the first anatomy courses in the pre-med. But you and I are young.
Of course.
We came after World War II. And I want you to tell what you told me that was funny about when you and your wife came into town and you were a young faculty member.
Well, we had just come from New York City, where I'd been in school for 2 years, and we borrowed my wife's father's car and drove up in August. We were in New York summer clothes, which were made of wool, and she had this big hat. She was just a doll, pink.
You loved her.
Oh, yes. But the roads between Muskogee and Tahlequah were gravel, and we had lots of dust to gather on us in the meantime. Well, we went down Main Street, and she looked at me and said, "1 year?" I said, "Oh no, we'll stay 2, because it looked like you were fired if you only stayed 1 year." So that was our introduction to Tahlequah. It looked like a Western set. I mean, for a cowboy movie.
Well, I came in 1947, and I think those dusty roads that you had, they were redoing that highway, because there was no radio station in Tahlequah, and the music department would go to Muskogee to broadcast, you know, from the music department. And the roads were terrible. One time we were late for our show because we got stuck in the wintertime, and it was really bad while they were working on those. Now tell me, I know who it was, but you tell us, who was president of Northeastern when you came?
Well, John Vaughn was president when I came. And
here's the house that he lived in.
Yes. My recollection of the house was that when we first came here, there were 6 couples who were invited to dinner at the house, and they were all the new faculty members, which was the biggest addition to the faculty that they'd ever had at Northeastern. And the Vaughns were very gracious hosts, and she was I don't know how long she lived. She only died recently. She was close to 100 years old when she died. But Mr. Vaughn was president at the time, and he was more of a legislative person than a hands-on president.
But he was very gracious to students, and you know, you said he had faculty. They had faculty in their home.
Yes.
They would have students in their home too. They were very gracious.
Oh, is that right?
They were very gracious to students also, and it was such a lovely sort of Victorian-looking house. And now we have the ranch-style president's home. And Ralph, I want you to talk about where the cafeteria was on the campus, and where the music building was, and what it was like when you came.
Oh boy. Well, the cafeteria, the parking lot that is east of the seminary hall is where the cafeteria was, and this like many other buildings, were rescued from Camp Gruber. And the cafeteria had originally been in the basement of the girls' dormitory.
Yes, that's right.
And then they moved it. When they brought in this building, they started in there. But this, like, as I say, was Camp Gruber, and the music building was a Camp Gruber rescue, and the girls' phys ed building was also a Camp Gruber rescue.
And Ralph, I learned to drink coffee in that cafeteria. I'd never drunk coffee in that old,
really?
and it was drafty and cold in the wintertime, and coffee tasted good. And now when I came in 47, the library was in Seminary Hall in that northeast wing of Seminary Hall. But then when you came, the new library was built. Tell a little bit about that.
Well, they had just moved in 1949, I understand.
Yes.
And it was the pride of the university. We had our first faculty meeting there, and it was a lot of fun to explore this new building. Everyone was so proud of it. President, all the faculty.
And the students were proud of it too, because we'd been crowded in that L shape, you know, there of the seminary hall, and marble stairs and beautiful marble railings and everything. But I think we're going to have to cut for a commercial break, so don't go away. We'll be right back.